Hello folks, Scott here with my Simon Says Stamp September 2017 Best Birthday Card Kit. This is our supplies we get in the kit this month. We get the Best Ever Clear Stamp Set. We get a custom paper pack inspired by the Doodlebug Fairy Tale Collection, 8 double-sided 6x6 sheets. Right here, 8 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, double-sided. We get 5 sheets of Simon Says Stamp cardstock in Audrey Blue, Dull Pink, White, Cotton Candy, and Lavender. We get 2 Jelly Bean Soup Small Heart Shaker Tags, 2 Jelly Bean Soup Balloon Shaker Tags, 1 shaped shaker in the small heart, 1 shaped shaker in the balloon. We also get a Doodlebug Sprinkles assortment inspired again by their Fairy Tale collection. So these are like epoxy stickers. And that's it. This seems a little light for me supply-wise. It's a little odd that we get 4 shaker tags, but only 2 shaped shakers for them. I also found it a little odd that a kit that is obviously made to make shaker cards doesn't include any shaker bits. No rhinestones, no sequins, no shaker mix at all. Regardless, I find myself constantly running out of birthday cards. I think that is the one card I use more than anything else. So I'm always eager to make more birthday cards and get more inspiration for birthday cards. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of puns with birthday cards, especially when you're dealing with rainbows and hearts. This is the stamp set, the Best Ever Clear Stamp Set. It's nice, it's colorful. It's rainbows. We get a rainbow and a rainbow heart are our 2 images. I found it interesting that we get 3 more border stamps when last month we had 3 border stamps in that stamp set. Lots and lots of sentiments in this kit. I do like this scripty happy birthday. There's a cloud over here as well. Lots of small little sentiments. As I said, I'm always in the market for birthday cards, so I jumped into this set with both feet and see how many birthday cards I can come up with. So naturally, I reach for my stamps to begin with. Wishing you a happy birthday. Birthdays are for fun, friends, and eating your weight in cake. I stamped the cloud and made a little cloud mask out of a piece of Post-it tape, masked the cloud, and stamped my rainbow on top of that. I colored the rainbow and the cloud with my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, dark on the right, just fading it out to a lighter color on the left. This is all on some white cardstock from my stash that's cut out with a Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle die. I thought it looked a little naked with just the happy birthday, so I remember receiving a magical birthday stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This was a freebie in one of my first orders with Simon Says Stamp, and it has this great wishing you a stamp on it. So I dug that out, added that to the sentiment here. I think it really finishes off nicely. Wishing you a happy birthday. Birthdays are for fun, friends, and eating your weight in cake. I did cut off the Frosting Yum stamp from the bottom of this stamp and added it to the inside. Now that's a tiny, tiny stamp. I may have to invest in a VersaFine Black Onyx ink pad if I keep getting these very small sentiments with my card kits. I used my EK Success powder tool to remove the sticky from this cupcake sticker and mounted it up with some foam tape just to give it a little more dimension there. Mounted the whole white piece on foam tape on the star pattern paper from the kit, and all of that on the Audrey Blue card base. This is a fun birthday card. There's no pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, but there is a cupcake. Frosting. Yum. Moving right along, I had seen these those shaped shakers around for a little bit. There's a few companies that make them, so I was kind of itching to get my hands on those. So this is the small heart shaker tag and the small shaped shaker. I took the tag and covered it with the Rainbow Hearts pattern paper, matted that on a piece of scrap black cardstock. I used my American Crafts border punch to punch this little scalloped heart border at the bottom. Again, put black behind that. When I saw the reveal of this kit and realized that there were no shaker bits included, I took that opportunity to purchase some of these Queen and Company Fimo Fun toppings. I've seen these online and have kind of lusted after them for a while. I figured this was a perfect opportunity to go ahead and buy some. So this heart is filled with pink and red little Fimo Fun pieces from the Queen and Company toppings. I think that worked really well. I did add a few little heart-shaped glitter pieces from Martha Stewart's Shaped Glitter collection. I don't believe that's available anymore. I used my Love from Lizzie pink peel-offs, which I'm becoming addicted to. This came in the Love from Lizzie July kit this year. I used those peel-offs to make a little frame around the doll pink cardstock. Everything is mounted flat onto this card base. Happy birthday to the kindest, most beautiful person I know, stamped down in the bottom here with my Simon Says stamp, intense black ink. I also used some pink and white baker's twine that actually came in the Love from Lizzie July kit along with those peel-offs to finish this card up. This is a nice shaker card. I did use my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen to add some sparkle all over that heart glitter paper. I hope you can see that there on the camera. Nothing on the inside. This is one of the tags from the kit, used straightforward as a tag. This is fun. I like the black. It really makes the colors pop, and I think it works great with this doll pink cardstock. I really do like this hot pink, doll pink cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. So that's card number 2. So I reached for the balloon shaker tag and the balloon-shaped shaker, and I thought it looked a little bit more like a hot air balloon. So I turned it into a hot air balloon. I covered the tag with the smiling cloud pattern paper and then mounted that on some plain white cardstock for a little matte frame around that. Cut a little hillside from the purple pattern paper with just a stitch circle die. You Send Me Soaring sentiment is from a Stampin' Up! Sky is the Limit Sail Abration stamp set from 2016. But I cut a little crude gondola out of the orange pattern paper, used my Pigma Micron pen to outline the basket and draw a couple of straight lines up to the balloon shaker. I covered the back of the shaker with that rainbow striped paper. Really like that paper. And yes, these are more of the Queen and Company toppings. These are their Tiny Bubbles toppings. When I bought the Fimo Fun, I couldn't resist the tiny bubbles. These are tiny bubbles in all of the rainbow colors, filling up that balloon. This is great fun. I mounted the whole tag at an angle, cut off the bottom, used 3 of the Doodlebug epoxy stickers, 2 hearts, and 1 of the purple spots. You Send Me Soaring shaker card. That's not a birthday card, more of a love card, but great fun. I kind of like these plastic shaker things. They certainly make making a shaker card very easy, but I would be loath to send these through the mail unless you put them in a box of some kind. No sentiment on the inside of this. You Send Me Soaring with a hot air balloon floating through a bunch of smiling clouds. This, of course, is on the Audrey Blue cardstock. Back to the stamps. So I haven't used the heart rainbow stamp yet. So I pull out, this is the cotton candy card base, the polka dot pattern paper. I covered about 2/3 of the card base with this polka dot pattern paper. Then ran a strip of the pink Love from Lizzie peel off stickers down the side, and then die cut a hole in the front so that that heart is actually on the inside. I colored that heart with my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. I also, again, used my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen to add some sparkle to that heart. The simple happy birthday stamp stamped on the side here with 3 of the Doodlebug epoxy stickers. The fun part of this card is opening it up and seeing the extra sentiment. Wishing you the best birthday ever. I had great fun figuring out where to put this sentiment on the inside of the card so you couldn't see it on the front of the card when it came in. So a little bit of a surprise when you open up. This is a great fun card. Very pink, but very colorful. I do like that heart. It's very pretty. You don't have to color it as a rainbow. You can color it as anything. But with these pattern papers, rainbows do seem to be called for. Happy birthday. Wishing you the best birthday ever. So I've done a couple of rainbows now, and I'm already itching to figure out what I can do with these stamps beyond coloring them as rainbows. So on the lavender card base, I've come up with sending you lots of color your way. That's one of the great sentiments in this kit. I really like the script color and the block print. Great sentiment. I stamped the rainbow stamp 5 times in a row, overlapping the ends of the stamp right on top of each other. I really like that kind of Gothic arch that it creates at the intersection there. I colored those up with my colored pencils, just letting them blend naturally at the intersections, and of course covered those with lots of my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. I did add to the very best friend ever over here on this side. I had to open up the curve of that just a little bit to make it work better over the rainbow. I did use the heart border stamp and stamped that along the top of the purple pattern paper here. I used archival ink in dark purple, deep purple, excuse me, to stamp the heart border stamp there. I used my American Crafts border punches to punch a little scallop border on that purple pattern paper. This is a really pretty card. I did not add a happy birthday inside. Now this could be a birthday card. This could be used for other occasions as well. So I left myself open for other possibilities with this card. Again, I used a little strip of that striped rainbow paper on the bottom of this white cardstock, 3 little dots from the stickers, blue, green, purple, echoing the blue, green, and purple on the arches. This is a great fun card. Nice little bits of sparkle, sending lots of color your way to the very best friend ever. Now there's a great little candle stamp in this stamp set that I'm looking forward to playing with. Instead of stamping them in a row or anything, I stamped them in a circle. So this is great fun. Of course, this has the More Candles, More Fun stamped in the center there, the plain happy birthday on the bottom, wishing you the best birthday ever on top, the 3 of the sentiments there. Now, I discovered the Gentleman Crafter's Handy Guides for Pattern Stamping online. I will include links to this in the information bar below, but put one of these templates on top of a light board or even on a window, and it really helps in positioning stamps. There's circles, there's ovals, there's squares, there's rectangles, all sorts of templates here. This came in handy. I would not have been able to do it without this template. I did practice once, which was a good thing because, as you can see, I'm not very even on this, but just to figure out how to line up these stamps. I got them really very nice here. Nice, pretty clear circle in the middle. I did use my Distress Oxide inks for the candles on this. I used wilted violet, broken china, cracked pistachio, fossilized amber, spiced marmalade, and fired brick for the rainbow candles here. It's not a perfect match with the rainbows in the kit, but it's really close. I don't have a ton of stamp pads around, so I'm a little limited in the colors that I can use, but I thought the oxide ink actually came very, very close. There's a couple of the greens not really right, the yellows not really perfect. Most everything else works really good. I do like the circle of candles with this. Of course, I used a little bits of my Fimo Fun toppings from Queen & Company and mounted this up on foam tape on top of that great striped pattern paper, that rainbow striped pattern paper, and down on a plain white card base. I'm not a great stamper and was very proud of the fact that this is all hand stamped with stamp blocks. I did not use a stamp positioner at all for this card. Did it by hand and the template on top of my light board. Very pleased with how this came out. I still have 2 more pink card paces to go, so I decide to dive right in, embrace the pink, and let's make a real pink card. So I opened up the tag and cut off the tag ends of it to make a solid sheet that covers the whole front of a card. I used the simple stripe border stamp to stamp down the sides of the tag with worn lipstick Distress Oxide ink and used some clear embossing powder on top of that to add some shimmer. This all got mounted then, of course, on top of that pink polka dot pattern paper and on top of that cotton candy cardstock. The shaker window, I found the actual window of the tag was a little small, so I used one of my heart dies to cut it out just a little bit bigger. You can see the small size of the heart that was cut in the tag to begin with. I made it just a little bit bigger with one of my dies. I put some Coordinations glitter silk cardstock in pink in the back of that window. I dug through all of my sequins, found every pink sequin I had to use inside of this shaker. I also used a few of the tiny bubbles in clear and some of the Martha Stewart heart glitter in pink to fill up this. A great fun shaker card. I like it a lot. The addition of a couple of the epoxy stickers in the center adds a lot to it. The Have a Brilliant Birthday sentiment is from a Paper Pumpkin card kit from July of 2016, the What a Gem card kit. I really like that sentiment, and it works really well here. I tried to make this as brilliant and shiny as possible. So there are pink peel-offs and silver glitter peel-offs from the Love from Lizzie kits on the 2 sides. I used 3 little strips of the pink peel-offs in the center here to help camouflage the crease in the middle of the tag, so you don't really see that crease. Of course, this is pattern paper from the kit right down the center. It's pink, 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 pink. Let's go crazy with pink for a birthday card. It's a good shaker, works very well, much fun, lots of sparkle, lots of shine. Even though it's pink, I do like that card a lot. Since I'm in the pink kick, I decided to go ahead and break out the last dull pink card base. This one's pretty self-explanatory. I stamped the Happy Birthday border stamp along the edge of a scrap of white cardstock, cut a piece of that pink polka dot pattern paper to mat on top of that. This die cut is actually the die cut that came from card number 4, from this card. You can see the polka dot and the pink pattern paper. That die cut came out of that card and worked perfectly for this little focal image on this card. I like that a lot. I love the 2 different sizes of polka dots. To the Very Best Friend Ever is stamped on this. I had to curve that a little more than usual to fit it there. I did practice that stamp a couple of times just to make sure I got a good curve that fit that size of a circle. To the best friend ever, again, the birthdays are for fun, friends, and eating your weight in cake stamped on the cardstock itself. Down here, here's 2 strips of that Love from Lizzie pink peel-off stickers right there. Again, I took the pink cupcake from the sticker set, neutralized the sticky with my EK Success powder tool, and mounted that up on foam tape. This is up on foam tape on top of the pattern paper. This all on that great doll pink cardstock. 3 little epoxy dots from the sticker set, polka dots. And this is another birthday card. I did not use the frosting yum on the inside of this. It's so small. Great fun, even in pink. So now I've basically used all the stamps in the kit, except for there's a couple of those little faces, smiley faces in the stamp set. So rain plus sun equals rainbow. These are stickers from the kit. I used a stitched sun die and an extra little stitched circle to make this little bitty sun. I cut them out of some scrap yellow cardstock, trimmed down all of the rays of the sun to be smaller, glued them all together. I did put a little blush on the sun with that little smiley face from the kit, covered it all with glossy accents. I stamped the plus and the equals in the Simon Says Stamp Hybrid Ink Key Lime and Orange Slush, and use some clear embossing on that to keep everything nice and shiny. This is just on a piece of scrap white cardstock. I did create these stitched edges on this piece of cardstock with my Ellen Hudson stitching lines die. Very handy. I really like that extra little detail on the edges of the white. That is then mounted up on that like confetti cardstock. And again, there's that great little strips of the rainbow stripes to finish out that edge. This is mounted up on foam tape on the pattern papers. Everything's then on top of the lavender card base. This is fun, but I felt like it needed a sentiment of some kind. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. That's a quote from Maya Angelou. I love that quote. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. I thought that worked very well with this rainbow equation on the front. So rain plus sunshine equals rainbows. Much fun. This was great. I really enjoyed making this little bitty sun. As far as I'm concerned, it looks like it could have come in the same set with those other 2 stickers. Great fun. I like this quite a lot. I used one of the New Spectrum Noir marker colors, Aqua Blue 1, to make little dots for raindrops coming out of the cloud. I did use little bitty tiny spots of glossy accents to give that some shine too. Everything's got some shine on the front. This is a great fun card. I really love the colors in this kit. It's a little much pink, but rainbow colors, I'm totally fine with. I love bright, colorful rainbows. I think by this time I had become a little rainbowed out. So I still have one of the balloon shaker tags and a white card base. So I figured I'd try and do a monochromatic card. And this is what we've come up with. A Christmas card. A Merry Christmas card. I thought that balloon shaker tag looked like an ornament as well as a balloon. So that's what we're using it as here. I actually had to, of course, the Love from Lizzie peel-offs outline the tag and the side of the card. I am totally addicted to these peel-off stickers. This is the silver peel-off stickers that were part of the Love from Lizzie September kit. Love these. They're so easy to use. Now, I wanted to create some kind of a branch thing, again, to cover up the crease on the tag, because this is longer than half of the tag. So I die cut the branches from one of my, this is a die from the Doris border dies, cut out a few branches from that and use those to camouflage the crease on the tag. The back of the shaker is just a piece of gray cardstock covered with sheer shimmer spritz to give it some sparkle. The whole tag is also covered with the sheer shimmer spritz. I was going for as much glitter as I could possibly get on this card. I had some silver cord in my stash to make the little bow and the string hanging from the tree branches. A little silver grommet in the hole of the tag. And I used my DMC silver thread to make a little tassel to hang from the bottom there. The Merry Christmas sentiment on the bottom here is from a Paper Pumpkin November 16 kit. It was their Christmas kit last year. I like that sentiment. It's very pretty. Did find that the silver embossing powder worked best as far as reading the sentiment. The shaker bits are some silver rhinestones that I had in my stash. I think they were a freebie with some order. They work very well inside the shaker here. This is a great card. I really like these monochromatic cards. Lots of shimmer, lots of shine. So here's a little bonus card. I was in the midst of making these when a colleague at work had a birthday. So I put together a quick little gift card to go along with the package using the stamp set. This stamp set is great fun for quick and easy and colorful cards. I was kind of amazed at how quickly I was able to put this great card together, sending lots of color your way. This is a great fun stamp set. I'm sure I will find lots of uses for this over the years. I have very few extras left over, just a few of the Doodlebug stickers, shape sprinkles as they call them, and not a lot of pattern paper. There were only 8 sheets here. I only have 1 sheet of pattern paper that's full, complete. I do have a good amount of that rainbow heart pattern paper, which I really like. A few pieces of the striped rainbows left. Basically just scraps from the pattern paper. This will go in my stash, of course, along with this great stamp set. If you would like more information, more detailed pictures, and links to the product I use, please check out my blog at cardcutups.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like me, list me, pin me, post me, share me with all your friends, and happy crafting.